there, welcome back. I am going to be doing some inputting of transactions. I figured I would record it because I went on a trip recently and a lot of them are split transactions, and I know I've heard like people ask questions about this. So I'll just show you like how I do it so that maybe it will make your lives a little easier when you're trying to go through things. So basically what I do is I just put in like the item that it was, and then create a split. And the first one is for me, so this will go in my Ventures Out There category, and then reimbursements, because my portion and what I need to get back. And then basically what happens is when I get this money back, it'll even out in this line item so that I'm not tracking it against like what I actually spent. For now, I'm going to put all of them in my Adventures Out There category. I might move some of the line items just depending on, or move some money, sorry, to that category once I'm done inputting everything. From other categories that I have that kind of accomplish the same thing. For example, like eating out or my treat yourself category. Okay, what else did we do that day? So these are all the things I paid for. My friends paid for a couple of things. So I need to kind of figure out what I'm actually getting back, because I would obviously owe them some money for their things. And we basically deduct that, or the app we use deducts it, right, from like what they owe me. So whatever the difference is basically like I have to kind of cover that for my own, since it's on my credit card. But I won't know that until we all input our stuff into the app and kind of figure out where the money is going and coming. All right, in the meantime, I also want to make sure that anything else that happened on my card is taken care of properly so that I don't forget things. So my reimbursements and such settled for my friends from my trip. I have some overspent categories that I need to figure out. So this 116.74, I'm going to cover from my adventures out there category. I think is what I had planned to do, because yeah, basically this is all of my spending. And then essentially what happened is my friends paid me back for most of their stuff. I owed them some money, so obviously that just like gets reduced. I don't need to send it to them and then they have to send it back to me. It doesn't make sense. So this is still what I need to send them. So let's cover that. And then basically, what's left over in adventures out there is what I still have in my account because I already moved the money and I paid off the card. So I need to I'll fill this back up next month. So for now, let's just snooze it because we have about a week left and we don't need to do anything. Okay, now let's go to the other overspending. So I have to cover supplements. I think this is a book, and I got some shoes, and I spent some money on some donation type stuff. So what I'm going to do is, oops, let's do all of this first. So I'm gonna move 50 of this to random acts of kindness. That'll cover that, and then I just need to top this back up next month, which is fine. It's kind of an arbitrary number that I wanted to hit. It's okay if it's a little less. Cool, so that's random acts of kindness settled. And then shopping. Okay, let's see what I have still in. I have 20 bucks here. So I can cover this with unexpected. Okay. And then let's cover some of this with unexpected. And there's still like $15 that needs to be covered there. And I think I can do that out of my, where do I want to cover it from? Probably treat myself. So let's do that. I decided not to get a massage this month, so I will not be spending all of this money, which is good, but that just means that I need to, so 83 I spent today on my haircut. Let me just add that in, otherwise I'll forget. Okay, so that's done, which means, yeah, this is more. And then I need to cover this. Let's cover $35 of that. Let's just make it easier. $38.44. I want some of this to roll over to next month since I know I have some stuff coming up. I don't want to have to like refund the full thing, or sorry, refill my whole category. Okay, so $60 here, and I think I could still move it from treat yourself. Okay. Okay, so that's all the overspending. If I go to May and I do this, let's see what happens. The good thing will be that most of these will be fully funded, so that's not bad, and then I'll refill these categories. Yeah, to cover some items. Okie dokie. So basically I've covered my overspending, and I just need to wait for my next paycheck, which will come next week. So I will be back with a new video once I get my new paycheck in. Thanks for joining me. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and get notified when I post more content. It helps my channel grow, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.